Hello, I wanted to talk about an addition to our Navigator utility. This is the program that facilitates the entry of the pink sheets and the yellow sheets. And as you'll see, I have the Navigator up here, and I have the pink sheet entry screen up over here on the side that we will reference later. The key element I want to talk about is this Job Time Clock button. Now, this Job Time Clock button is special in that it will enable us to collect all of the pink sheet and yellow sheet data that we are currently collecting, but in a fraction of the time. Currently, literally hours each day are spent recording the pink and the yellow sheet data. This will more automate that process to eliminate the need of passing sheets through the warehouse. It will eliminate the need to enter the data once it's been recorded on the sheets. It will also eliminate the amount of information that needs to be entered into the system, as a lot of it can be automated. Something else that this will do that's an added benefit, and possibly the most important benefit, is that while it's reducing the amount of time we spend collecting the data, it will also increase the number of jobs that we can collect data on to 100%. Currently, we're collecting about 20% of the customized work data, and we will be able to collect 100% of the jobs that go through our warehouse in a fraction of the time once we implement this system. So let's dive right in. We're going to click the Job Time Clock button. This is the Time Clock login screen, and here I will type in my employee ID and an incredibly secure 4-digit PIN, and I will press enter, and it will take me to the Job Time Clock. From here we have several fields of note. The first one is that my employee name is displayed. This doesn't have to be first name, it could be post and comma David or whatever format we would like. It also displays my employee ID. It displays the production area that I typically work in. Now, this production area is assigned to me as my default area, but if I'm working in a different area for the day or for the time, I can select a different production area if need be. Likewise, my labor type. I typically work a one-color press, so this is selected by default, but if I was working on the forms press, I could select that as well, or if I was glue folding, I could pick a different labor type depending on the task that I'm performing on this job. So once I log into this screen, I will place my cursor in the scanner field and I will scan the bill of materials. Now, every single job that goes through our production warehouse has a bill of materials associated with it with a barcode. That barcode has the order number and the line item number for that product. And so once we scan that barcode, I will go ahead and type in the test order number here, and we press enter or click get info. It will populate our order number for us, and it will also populate the item number automatically, as well as putting the quantity ordered down here in this field. From here, let's just say that I'm a pressman today, and I'm working on the one-color press. I will immediately click start, boom, and it starts the clock. So you'll see that it gives me the current time. Right now it's 1:53 and 14 seconds. I started working on this job at 1:53 and 9 seconds, and I've been running this job for 14 seconds. When I'm done with the job, or if I need to take a break, I don't know, I have to make a phone call or I get interrupted, I can click stop, and it will pause the runtime. You notice that the start time and stop time are recorded, and when I come back from break or whatever I'm doing, I can click start again, and it will continue to count up the runtime. When I am completely done, I can type in the quantity that I used. Let's say that I used 1,250, and I had one pass, meaning that it was just a one-side product. The number of passes is used to calculate the amount of ink required. Front and back is 2 passes. And then I have the quantity delivered. So let's say that the customer ordered 1,000. I used 1,250. I delivered 1,100, which means there was about 150 waste. And now that I'm all done, I click done, and it asks if I'm done working on this job. If I choose no, the timer continues to run, nothing changes. This is because somebody might accidentally bump the done button and not mean to, and we would hate for it to save that job incomplete. So it asks them if they want to quit the job, and they choose yes, and that's it. All the information goes away. And so that's the basic premise. Now, one thing you might notice is the simplicity of this screen compared to our old pink sheet entry screen. You'll see that on this old pink sheet entry screen, under the press section, we have the date, the operator, the press, quantity ordered, used, stock, pull, make ready, runtime, all these different variables, right? And now we have eliminated many of these and cut it down to 4. Well, why is this? Well, let's start in typeset. So if I choose typeset, you see my options change. And let's go back to our pink sheet and we'll scroll up to the top and we'll look at our typeset area. So here we have the date. Obviously, we know the date that the person clicked start, so we don't have to have them enter that. We know the typesetter's name up here, so they don't have to enter that. Next, we have these new reorder, no change, reorder with change, correction, output to DTP, output to PDF. These fields here are completely informational. They provide no changes to how we cost the product whatsoever. And for the sake of simplicity and for streamlining this process to speed it up as quickly as possible, I have just eliminated them. And I have only kept the fields that actually affect the end cost of the product. So the fields that we have kept are the plate size and how many proofs they have produced. So they might have done, one black and white proof, one color proof, and they had a plate size of 605 millimeters, and they made 2 plates, right? These are factors that actually affect costing. You'll see that with proofing, there's nothing, because while we have a lot of, well, not a lot, but a few options under the proofing section on our old pink sheet, none of these actually affect costs. Again, they're just informational. So we have eliminated anything that is simply informational. Under the press, we have the same situation where there's only 4 text boxes, reduced down from, well, however many that is, and in bindery as well. We've reduced all this down to simply quantity received, quantity delivered. And that is because there is waste in bindery. And so we want to be able to account for the amount of waste created in any department. So this is the concept. The concept is simplicity and speed. And the goal is to capture 100% of our costing data and capture it accurately and quickly without, while reducing the burden time on our employees during the production process. So I hope this has been informational, and this is the job time tracking system.